Hey, Shalom, Shalom. This is Mop on Yasharala Bonaparium. This is Mop Shana Israel Shana Ephraim. And before we get started, I'd like to give all praises and honors to my power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Shalom to them, Akim Agwa, for them buying that's tuned to this video. That's peace to the brothers, sisters, and children that's tuned into this video. Shalom, Shalom. Let's touch on integrity today, right? So we're going to get the common definition first before we hop into these precepts. Integrity. Matter of fact, let's
Integrity. Integrity.
Integrity is the quality of being honest, having strong moral principles, and acting consistently with one's values, even when no one is watching. Really big, even when no one's watching, right? It represents a total sincerity, trustworthiness, and state of being undivided for whole. Integrity ensures actions align with words and maintains ethical standards, right? So it's very big, especially you keep up on have your integrity because essentially having integrity is following the commandments of best ability and doing what you got to do, and making sure you act like that even when no one's around. Because for the not everyone preaches, not everyone is called to be a prophet. For them, they should be like this even when no one's around. For the brothers that are called to be prophets, we're only on camera like 10% of the time. But you do that 90% of the time off camera is very big. How you carry yourself, how you interact with people, the work you do, it is very important, and it is telling, obviously, about someone's fruit. But it is very important that you keep your integrity intact. This is the book of Job, chapter 2, verse 9. Then said his wife unto him, Dost thou still retain thine integrity? Curse the power and die. She's asking, do you still retain your morals? Do you still retain your beliefs? Do you still believe? I know because Job was catching hell in this chapter, right? But he said unto her, Thou speakest as one of the foolish women speakest. What shall we receive the good at the hand of the power, and not receive evil? And all this did not Job sin with his lips, understanding that you're gonna catch hell in this truth, because you're gonna be tested. But that's not a reason for you not to go back on your word and go back on doing the correct thing. It's not a reason. You gotta have integrity. You gotta be a man. At the end of the day, it says we called you guys to be a man and gird up your loins. You gotta be a man, cause you gotta hold your integrity no matter how bad and how hard shit get. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. That's what you gotta do. The book of Job, chapter 31:6. Let me be weighed in even balance, that the power may know mine integrity. Having that integrity, having that morals and living on the morals, and when I say morals, that's living on the commandments. Living on, that the only God that you have is Yahweh Yahushai, right? The only powers that you abide to. Doing your best ability to keep the commandments, because we all know that we are in the flesh, so it's impossible for us to keep all the commandments. But doing it the best of your ability, keep it as much as you can. Do the easy ones you shouldn't be messing up on. Some things is hard. The mixed cloths. Sometimes your shirt is mixed with different cloths. You know what I'm saying? But if you do what you got to do, and you have integrity, and you hold your morals tight, and hold the commandments and these words tight to you, you gonna be cool. And it's very important that you understand that, because when you come in this faith, most people will automatically assume it's all good. It's not. You're gonna have a down time, a down season. How I don't want Yahweh, by Yahweh Shai. Going to test you. The wisdom is going to test you. Like it says, I will walk with thou by crooked ways until she trusts you and come unto you straightway. Right? The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve Adonai Yahweh, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. And all in all, it's saying have integrity. Right? Cleave unto him and depart not away, that they might be increased at thy last end. All in all, it's saying have integrity. Have integrity. Fight the good fight of faith. Stay unto Adonai Yahweh. You will be increased at the last end. Prepare yourself for temptation, because you're going to be battle tested. Because it says through much trial and tribulation you enter into the kingdom of heaven. Right? So you got to know that that's what it is. That's how it's going to get. It says that the elect will be scarcely safe. They'll be saved by the skin of their teeth. You're going to be tested, but you need to have integrity to hold you sure and, and firm in this truth. That's what you need. The book of James, chapter 1, verse 22. But be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. Don't just be here hearing like, yeah, 100%. And then when you're done, you go and pop another man's girl or you smoking and all that. No, you can't do that. You need to be doers of the word. Again, that falls back and having integrity. You actually you hear it and you have those morals, and since they're your morals, you live by the morals and you act on them. Don't just do it in front of people because people see you doing it. See you there listening. You gotta act on it as well. Because again, you're gonna be able to tell by their fruits and their manners and their mannerisms how they carry themselves. You can't really fake the funk. Everything that's done in the dark will come to light. So in all, you might as well have integrity and do this for real. It's a book Ecclesiastes chapter 23 verse 19, and it reads, "Such a man only fears the eyes of men, not and knowing that the eyes of Ha'adawan Yahweh are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men and considering the most secret parts." So for the men that rather just be hearers of the word, not doers, you're not fooling nobody. You might be thinking you're getting off, but you're not getting off. Because the little birdie, the Alahayim, the angels, they going up and reporting everything they see. How I don't want Yahweh know what you're doing. I believe it's in Proverbs 1, where he's talking about, I can't hide from Yahweh. He said, I go to the depths of the sea, you there. In my sleep, you're there. If I go to the depths of hell, you're there. No matter where you try to go, Ha'adawan Yahweh is there. You can't hide from him. So have integrity and live upright. The book of Ecclesiastes chapter 2 verse 1. Oh, Slakia. I brought that out already. Slakia. Book of Psalms chapter 119 verse 1. Blessed are the defiled in the way who walk in the law of Ha'adawan Yahweh. Blessed are they that keep his testimonies and seek him with their whole heart. And also do no iniquity, they walk in his ways. Yeah, blessed. When you got that integrity and you stay on his word and you continue to walk the right way, it's a blessed thing. You're blessed when you read. You're blessed when you understand what's going on. You're blessed because you're not getting caught sidetracked by all the stuff that's going to happen, right? And you having integrity, keeping the word, and keeping his word in your heart, keeping his wisdom in your heart, this word, this truth, Yahweh Yahweh, you're gonna be stable. You're gonna be cool for all these rough times that's coming apart, man. Coming to us. The book of Isaiah chapter 33 verse 6. And the wisdom and knowledge shall be stability of thy times. The strength and salvation, the fear of Yahweh is his treasure. So that's what, being on his word, is relying on his word, studying his word, digesting his word, having integrity, and living by the correct morals and principles, even when people are not around, and doing the right thing. That's what that gives you. It gives you a fighter's chance, and it also gives you stability. So as you got it, it's important. It's very important. But I don't want to design this quick hitter was edifying to you, and enlightening. You gotta give all praises and honors to my power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rokakadash, Shalom to them, Akim, Akawath, and Abayim that's tuning into this video. That's peace to the brothers, sisters, and children that's tuning into the video. Shalom.